Our world really needs a morale boost. Plus, I need something to lift my own spirits. Maybe you do too. And it's June Pride. I'm Thomas Roberts. This is Gay Good News. How do you like that for an open? Pretty good, right? We are on a really interesting moment in time right now where I could do this from home, and I wanted to do it, so it's great to be with you. Hi, everybody. I'm Thomas Roberts, and you are live from my in-bedroom studio right now as we embark on this whole new journey together for GGN, which is Gay Good News. So welcome aboard, as I see a lot of people signing on for the first time, and for our very first show. It's really an exciting time because we are doing something we've never done before, which is kind of produce and report on content exclusively about the gay community for June Pride. Because as you know, there's a lot of things going on in the world right now that have kind of excluded June Pride celebrations, which is pretty sad, but it doesn't have to be. So we can take this platform and we can run with it, and we can celebrate things like anniversaries or marriage proposals or anything that you think needs to be celebrated this month that's being missed. We need your advice and we need your tips and your leads. So feel free to send them out to us because the idea of this show is to connect with you on those very personal things and make sure that they're amplified, that your voice is amplified for those special anniversaries or those special engagement moments that we all want to handle together. And the hope for this show is to do something. Oh, Mom. Hi, Mom. You just signed on. The hope for this show is to do something really fun and really special, because we've been through kind of a weird moment with isolation. And I know that for me, it's deeply personal to connect with everybody on such an important issue like Pride Month, and knowing that the LGBTQ community has supported me for a really long time. I was isolating myself well before isolation and kind of pulled back from the world. So maybe you feel that way too, or maybe not. But I know for me, upon self-reflection, this was a really good time, and this is really something that I needed more than you know. Now listen to this. So if you go, hey Google, tell me what's going on in Atlanta for Pride.
Sorry, I can't find news on Pride.
How's that even possible? You can't find news on Pride. That is what we're here to fix. We are going to make sure that you have the best news about Pride, about different events that are going on. You know, Atlanta celebrates its Pride in October. So there is a big gap of time between now and then to fill you in on if Pride is really going to happen. I've already reached out to the mayor's office and the executive director for the Pride organization, Atlanta Pride, to see what they can tell us as things remain fluid. Last night I was out on the streets just trying to get a sense of what it's like here in Atlanta, because we've had curfews, and the curfews ended 2 nights ago. People were out last night. It was a pretty active scene. I posted that as a live report last night that you can find on this page and see for yourself. But the streets were pretty packed, and not all the bars are open. The other thing that we're going to find out that of interest on this show, I think you can see the shelf behind me. This is kind of a collection of things that I feel are really important in my life. And we're going to answer your questions about what's on the shelf. So feel free to send in any types of questions that you have, and I can give you little nuggets of information about what's on the shelf. Okay, so the other big thing is the guest segment. God, I'm excited about this. Do you know how hard this was? I worked really hard at making sure that this happened today, because this man is so important. He's probably one of the most important people on the planet right now. And he is the best thing to come out of COVID. You know who I'm talking about. Leslie Jordan. So Leslie Jordan agreed to be our very first guest today, and he happens to be right here. Oh my God, hold on. Leslie, hi.
Hi.
Look at who's here. The fantastic Leslie Jordan. It's so nice to see you.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here. And the first guest, and what a wonderful introduction.
Well,
the most important man on the planet.
Well, and the best thing to come out of COVID, because you did not have this amazing 4.7 million Instagram followers now. You went to bed one night and woke up the next day with millions of followers. What happened?
Well, I had about 80, which I thought was huge. I didn't even start Instagram till about a year ago. I was on a television show called Call Me Cat for Fox. And I would say something funny on the set, and the publicity girls that are always hanging around said, post that, post that. And I swear to you, I didn't know what they were talking about. I thought it meant like poked it or something. I didn't know. And so they said, are you not on Instagram? I said, mm-mm. They said, oh my gosh, Leslie. And they opened, me an account.
Right.
I started, doing every 2 or 3 days something cute. And I had about 80,000 followers.
Which is nothing to sneeze at.
Yes. Actually, I had 20,000. And then Megan Mullally, my dear friend from Will and Grace.
Karen.
Karen Walker, posted something, one of my posts, and it jumped to 80 overnight. And then I was at my mother's house in Tennessee, and somebody called and said, Leslie, honey, you've gone viral. And I said, no, I'm fine. I'm at Mother's. I wasn't being silly. I really wasn't. I said, no, honey, I'm fine. I'm at Mama's. They said, no, you've gone viral. I said, no, really, I'm fine. And they explained it to me, and I went on there, and I had, it just happened. And I don't know how that works. I really don't. I just had started. I was in Tennessee with my mom, and I figured out before we had to hunker down.
Yeah.
I thought we're gonna have to stay at home, and I think I'll stay here. And so I couldn't stay with my mom. That would, you're 64, you cannot move back in with your mother.
Right.
And I have identical twin sisters who are 22 months younger than me. So it's like a dog and pony show with those 3 old women. And so I got a place near there, and I would sit in that little bed and breakfast in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and come up with funny ideas. And so that's, just here I am, a viral sensation.
You really are. I mean, it's amazing when you think about the power that you hold in your hands now. And, like just today, as I was looking through, I mean, you're talking about deeply personal things, but also very funny things. And I mean, you're just, it's just raw you.
What I'm trying not to do is make money off of it, because that's not why I started. And I have had, companies come and,
yeah.
When you hit 4 million, and it's kind of frightening to me that people can find your address easily. I mean, you can't in this day and age.
Yeah.
But boxes of stuff, boxes of candles, and people that have new companies, and cast iron skillets. I've just got presents stacked everywhere.
Just so you could talk about it maybe on Instagram.
Hoping that I'll talk about it on Instagram, but I don't want to do that too much.
Yeah.
Then it becomes something else.
Well, I mean, the product placement aspect of it takes away from just kind of the funny in your life moments that we all get to have, because it's just you being you.
And I had never heard this word, monetize. You think, how'd you never heard that? I've never heard that word. That we need to monetize this. People call, you need to monetize. I said, no, I don't want to monetize.
Monetize.
I'm just fine having a good time.
And what is the most popular post that you've put out there so far? Is there one that stands out more than the others?
The one that got the most attention was so silly. I was talking about how long the month of April was, and I used the F word, which I wish I hadn't, because I think it would have gone bigger. I said, how many days are in this month? And then Mother yelled from downstairs, who are you talking to? And while it was going, I said, my mother asking me, I'm talking to my friends. I had like a little teenage girl feel.
A moment.
I'm talking to my friends, Mama.
Yeah.
Well, that just went crazy. People went millions and millions of people.
Have you gotten your mom on Instagram?
No, she won't. I beg. She's so private. My mother is a bashful blonde. She's 85 and still the most beautiful woman on the planet. And I'm not making that up. When I was little, I thought she was a fairy princess. People would say, talk about a fairy princess. But my mother is very, very private. And that's a bone of contention because I've used her in so many of my one-man shows and stories about her.
Right.
And now she'll say something and she'll will right at me. Don't you put that out there.
Well, do you think maybe she has a secret account? What if she had a secret account? Just so she could see what you're up to.
Maybe. Who knows?
Make
But
sure that
she
you're not
was-
using the F word anywhere.
Oh my gosh, she said she saw my show one time, and I can get pretty nasty in my show. She said you weren't raised that way. You were not raised to talk like that. So I don't know why you think that you have to talk dirty to be funny. I said, I don't know. You know what I say now? Bought you a condo.
That's right. That potty mouth got a condo.
Because I bought her and my sister's most beautiful place in Chattanooga. It's like Laura Ashley threw up in there. It's just beautiful.
Now everybody's good, right? Because you said you went to do isolation in Tennessee, and while you had your own little place, I mean, you were still close by, but everybody's good, right?
Everybody's good. They just went to Tybee Island. I treated them. They really wanted to get out, and Tybee Island. I did a TV show years ago out of Savannah for Sky. It was not an American television show. It was so odd. It's called Living the Dream. But I love Savannah. We discovered Tybee Island, which is a little
Gorgeous, yeah.
Yeah, island there off the coast of Georgia. And so they just got back yesterday, but they had the most amazing time because it's kind of quiet there right now.
Oh, yeah.
As you can imagine, people aren't traveling.
So now, if people are looking up and seeing what you're doing, some might be surprised at this resurgence, and interest in your life, especially the fact that I was looking around. Are you dating Dylan McDermott?
Kind of.
Okay.
We did American Horror Story together, and I was so smitten. I'd sit there and try to be cute and say fun things like you would in high school. And we just kept it up on the internet. And he, a lot of people don't know how funny he is. I mean, Dylan McDermott is intrinsically one of the funniest people I know, and he's very smart. And we go back and forth, but no, I'm not dating Dylan. I could say that, probably get away with it. He'd go along with it.
But that's the kind of friendship that you all have. I mean, it's not just an on-screen chemistry. You got a real life friendship.
Yeah, we do.
But is Ryan Murphy developing something based on this?
He's supposed to be. It's hard because I'm not available right now. I've got this. I signed a big deal with Fox, and I'm doing a wonderful. I'm so proud of it. We haven't got to shoot one frame. It's called Call Me Cat.
Okay.
It's a brand new series that will start as soon as this is all up. They're shooting for mid-season now, but it's Mayim Bialik and Swoosie Kurt are a mother-daughter duo, and it takes place in Louisville, Kentucky. And Swoosie's fancy, with a hat.
Oh, yeah.
They have money, and she's a little ashamed of her daughter, 38 years old, not married. She tells her, that's the title.
That's Cat.
Yeah, because she tells her mother, Mother, everybody calls me Cat. Why don't you call me Cat? She goes, Catherine, I don't know Cat. I don't know who Cat is. Catherine. It's really cute, and they buy. So Mayim Bialik's character buys a cat cafe, and I wrangle the pussy.
Oh, you do? How does that feel?
I'm the cat wrangler.
So that's a big role.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a really big role, and it's Paul, and then Cheyenne Jackson is on the show with us. He plays the love interest, and a wonderful little Disney darling named Kyla Pratt. So it's an amazing script, and Fox is so high on it. And they bought 13 episodes right off the bat, so it's not just a pilot, But anyway, back to the Ryan Murphy thing. Because I'm under contract to Fox, I don't know, but that doesn't seem to bother Ryan. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's got the money to buy you out of that or do whatever he wants.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever he wants. But what happens with shooting? When's your schedule going to start for this show?
We haven't heard a word.
No.
We heard August, and then everybody went radio silent because they closed. It's a Warner Brothers show.
Mm-hmm.
And we're shooting at Warner Brothers. They'd already told us the stage and everything, that the stage we were going to work on. And I thought, oh, that's so wonderful because it's fairly near. I mean, I can shoot right over by the Hollywood Bowl, and I'm at work.
Yeah.
And so I was excited. And I also started riding by the Equestrian Center, which is next door to Warner Brothers.
Okay.
So I've started taking saddle seat equitation classes.
Wow. So you've got one-stop shopping going on when you get over there,
yes,
huh?
I just move right over there and act and ride, and that's that.
And Instagram, of course. Don't forget about Instagram. Yeah.
And I'll do the Instagram. I've seen what might be cute is when we start the series. I don't know that anyone's done this. I'd have to clear it with Fox. But show everybody with little Instagram posts from the very first day. Okay, this is the table read. You know, the next day. Okay,
Yeah.
in our first day of rehearsal. I think that would be so cute, and I think a lot of people would really enjoy being a part of something.
Everybody loves behind the scenes stuff. Everybody loves how
Wouldn't that be fun?
seeing how the magic is made. And you would be one of the best avenues probably to do it because I would imagine you have the most followers of anybody that's been
And I have
cast.
access to all that. You know, I have to be there because I'm in the show.
Is it surprising to you when you get a chance to look at some of the comments and figure out maybe the broad coalition of people? I mean, you could run for office basically and get elected. You have such a broad coalition.
And all over the place. And you know what? I quit reading because I get about 5,000-6,000 comments. And I read, there'll be 50 million beautiful comments.
Right.
And somebody will get hateful.
Yeah.
This girl said the other day, your face looks pinched a lot of times, like you're trying to do number 2. I thought, bitch, why would you say that? All day long I'd look in the mirror and go, do I look pinched? What's pinched mean?
Well,
you know,
yeah.
one comment.
Out of all of those, and that's what you'll concentrate on. And you'll have every other comment will be nice, but all it takes is that one nasty comment. And where do those people come from that get the nerve to put that out into the universe?
And what's the point?
Yeah.
What is the point just to be hateful like that?
Well, and yeah, it ruins kind of the whole
Haters gonna
experience.
hate. That's what everybody tells me. Haters gonna hate.
They are. Now, what do you, the month of June for Pride, I just want to ask you, are you disappointed that everything's canceled, or do you kind of like the idea that things went virtual?
Well, it's a different slant. You know, I've been around, my goodness gracious, how many Pride? 30 Prides I've done in LA alone. It's something different. I got offers to please do Pride videos. I'm telling you, it topped 50 cities all over, you know, the country. Said, can Mr. Jordan? So what I did, I came up with this idea that I would do one very generic, wonderful Pride message, and we sent it out to all of those different ones. Because I didn't want to sit there and go, Minneapolis, happy Kansas City, happy. I thought, I'll be there all day long. I'm going to do one really, really sweet message and put it out there, and then they can put it up in however they want. So I did my part.
You've done your part, and you keep doing your part, because there is the book deal potentially coming, a new book deal, right? I mean, not that you haven't been published before.
No, but this one is really, really fun. I can't talk a whole lot about it right now.
Oh, come on, Leslie, break some news right here with our GGN family.
Well, I think I'm going to call it Love Like Leslie, and I think that I'm going to keep it more. I wrote a book, My Trip Down the Pink Carpet, was more about growing up gay in the South and my religious upbringing. I've written about that a lot. I want to write what it's like to be 65 years old and an internet darling, and what my life is like currently. You know what I mean? All that fun stuff.
Has it changed? As an internet darling, has it changed that much? I mean...
Well, I don't go anywhere anyway, so I don't know what, you know. I'm a recluse.
Well, the great thing about this is, because everybody does want to hear from you, and this gives you the opportunity to do so in a longer format. You know, not just these like quick little bites that you got to produce for Instagram.
Exactly. And what I thought I would do is take all of my Instagram stories and just, you know, expound on them. this story. Oh, this was a popular story, and tell a little bit about this and that. I don't know. You know, that's the beauty of writing a book, is that you start with an outline, you get this money, which people think, oh, this big advance. Well,
Yeah.
you know, it comes in 3 increments upon the deal, and then delivery of the book, and then publication of the book. So it, but I like the process. I'm good at it. You know, a lot of people don't like to write. I like it. The only problem that I have is I want to get people to read what I've written, and they don't want to. I'll come from, listen, I'm gonna read. No, I don't want to. I don't want to hear. Yes, listen, I wrote this down. I just want you to hear this part, and nobody wants to.
Are you the type that keeps? Do you like to journal on a regular basis when you're not in, say, a book frame of mind of writing?
Yes, I wish I had it right here. I have a book. I have under my bed right here journals going back to when I was 17 years old.
Oh wow!
And I'm like a high school cheerleader stuck in an old man's body. I buy stickers. I decorate. You should see. I wish I had one right here. Oh, it's you wouldn't believe it how I do, and it's daily.
Daily?
I can tell you what I was doing. I cannot go to bed at night without doing it. I've journaled forever.
Wow!
I was taught when I got into recovery. I'm 22 years clean and sober, and when I got
Congratulations.
Into yeah, well, long time between cocktails.
Yeah.
I'm teasing. But I learned very early, they said put pen to paper, and it slows the mind down to the speed of a pen. Mm-hmm. And you'll get clarity. And so I write in a longhand.
And you doodle at the same time? Like if you get a little, you know, creative inspiration, you'll doodle along?
All kinds of stuff.
Wow, and that is something you should show the publishers. Why don't we just, you know, print your diaries?
We should.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, not all of it.
And so every night you'll write at least a page or so, or just at least down maybe your schedule for the day?
It used to be more involved. You know, it's so funny to look back when I was younger and all that angst.
Yeah.
You know, I'll go back and read, and this boy, I love him so much. And he blah, 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 and this boy. And half the time I can't even remember. I go, who was Travis?
It's a good thing you wrote it down.
I don't even remember. And I thought if you read it, it's like I was going to die. If he didn't do this, I'm going to die. And I don't even remember who it is.
No, but that's great that you have that to kind of, you know, jog your memories and put you back in that frame of mind. You may not remember who the hell Travis is, but, you know, you certainly can remember that angst and that feeling, you know, that yearning.
And I got to, Anderson Cooper interviewed me recently, and I was telling him that his mother, you know, Gloria Vanderbilt,
oh yeah,
years ago, she just slept with everybody.
That's so great to walk in and be like, Anderson, your mom's a slut. That's just great way to start an interview.
She wrote this book about all of her loves over the years. You know, everybody from Brando to this one. You know, she was young and beautiful. And I love the title. The title was "It Seemed Important at the Time."
Well,
and it's, you know, you go back and read those journals. Well, it seemed important at the time.
And it always does, doesn't it? It always does.
Always.
So I'm really curious, though, to see where this is going to go for you. I mean, with the show especially, but just the Instagram following alone, I'm just so happy for you. And I think it's so nice. It's so nice for all of us, you know, that follow to get those moments from you. And so I hope you keep giving them to us, you know, day in and day out.
Thank you, and thank you for having me on your show.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding? I was so excited being able to.
I wish you the very best.
Thank you.
Maybe when I'm like big as Lady Gaga, I'll come back.
Oh, I'd love you to come back, and we don't need to wait for you to be that big. You're already that big. You've done it, Leslie. You've done it all. All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I really appreciate your time today, and I wish you the best of luck. Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye, Leslie. Thank you. That's amazing. Leslie Jordan was right here and is still there because I don't know how to disconnect either, Leslie. There, he went by. Thanks, Patrick. He is so funny and just so nice. I mean, it worked out. I put in a lot of different calls trying to make this happen. And when it came through, I was so relieved because I wanted to make sure that we had something great for you today. But there are so many kind of highs and lows and roller coaster issues of making sure that you can get somebody as good as that to join you, because he kind of blew up just overnight when you think about the Instagram fame. And if you haven't checked him out on Instagram, go do that. It's at the Leslie Jordan. That's where you can find him and follow along. And I mean, he puts up the funniest stuff. He was talking today earlier about the fact that it was Nancy Sinatra's birthday and that he could do the pony, and was demonstrating how to do that old dance, which is really, really charming when you watch him. You know, one of the other things that we want to do around here is make sure that we get your content on the air. And the best way to do that is to send us direct messages through the actual Facebook page. And we're going to be checking our mail to get the best tips and maybe the best leads that we can get, so that we can do some of our own sourcing and bring you that information. Like I said earlier, I reached out to the mayor's office here in Atlanta and also to the executive director of Pride, Pride Atlanta, to see what they know for a fact about October, because that's when Pride is here in Atlanta. But we're going to reach out to other areas of Georgia too to see what's going on in Savannah and Macon, branch out, you know, to get to different spots as well, because June is such an important month. You know, born out of protest was June Pride. As we think back on the Stonewall riots of 1969, so many cities around the country then adopted June as being its month to show pride. And for Atlanta, this is the actual 50th anniversary of when those Pride celebrations started. So I know that they had a big effort in the works that they were going to be putting on for this year in October. And as we see right now, there has been other news and other developments, not only with COVID-19, that have put a pause upon what type of celebrations are going to take place, not only here in Atlanta, but everywhere. So we're going to keep working on that. The other thing that we're going to kind of leave you with is a joke of the day. Now, I've been working on getting a joke of the day, and I don't know if I got it. I might have gotten it while we were on the air, and now I can't get to it because I just don't know how to right now without messing up this entire live feed. But we're going to be back Wednesday with an entirely new show. And I hope that I get to hear from you in between then, because I really want this to be informative for you and a way for all of us to connect together and celebrate Pride through physical distancing, but not really through social distancing. All right? So thank you for tuning in today. I really, really appreciate it. And I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye, everybody.